Welcome back to our channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And it feels good to be back. We've taken
Yeah.
a little hiatus because of
Yeah.
life, and we've just been very, very busy.
Well, we were blocked out all around the Easter time, and then after our blockout was over, Luna had tech week for her play, so it's just
Yep,
been a little bit of a chaotic
a
past
whirlwind.
few weeks, but we have an exciting week coming up.
Yes, we sure do. So we are going to start our week out right here in Fort Wilderness Campground because we are staying at the cabins.
So our vlog today is actually going to be a full resort tour. We've kind of like been putting this one off, even though we visit here a lot, because I really didn't want to do a resort tour and not be able to show you the cabins. And luckily our buddy Dominic, who we are
Yes.
forever grateful for, thank you so much for hooking us up with this stay at the cabin. So we're gonna get started today with giving you like the full tour of the new cabins that have been built, and then we'll be spending the day here doing all the activities, showing you around. We have a dining for Hoopdoo later, which will
Sure
be a
do.
separate video, but you know, we always include that. We'll be getting a golf cart to
Yes.
make our day a little bit easier today, but first and foremost, we're going to do a full tour of these brand new, beautiful cabins. So I'm standing on the deck of our cabin. Now our cabin number is 2511. So we are in that 2500 loop of, I believe it was Mallard. And you can get directions inside of here, which was great. I put it right into my GPS and it took me right here. But some really cool things, nice pad to park. There's a little grill out front too. But when you come up the steps, the one thing that Steve noticed right away was this little area here to clean off your shoes, because you can do a lot of walking around here and get a little dirty. But this deck is gorgeous, a wonderful bench picnic table with 2 chairs over there. And the front of this is just stunning with all the windows. It really has like a lot of natural light inside, which is great. Let's head right in and see what we have. So when you open the door, you walk right into the kitchen area. Now keep in mind, this is a full kitchen. So when you're staying for the week, you can definitely either pack some things or Instacart some things to make your stay a little bit easier. There is a very nice sized table inside with 4 comfy chairs all around, but keep in mind there is that picnic table out on the deck as well if you need a little bit more seating. Now I want to do an extremely thorough kitchen tour because there's so much stuff stocked in this kitchen, and if you're planning on staying here, I want you to know what you do and do not have to bring. First, I want to show you the fridge because there's so much space in here. So like I said, you can either bring food if you're able to drive, and if not, you can always Instacart some food to your resort. They do have stuff in the gift shops too when you're staying on properties like this that have the full kitchens. Some of those deluxe resorts, those gift shops will have things like frozen pizzas and stuff like that, but just keep in mind they're going to be a little pricier than you could probably get on Instacart. You do have the full oven here as well. I love that they decorated it with a nice little bow. But yeah, you can actually cook here. There are a few little pans down here for you to cook in. And of course, a full microwave as well. You will find these in those deluxe resorts with those kitchens and kitchenettes. As we started looking around, we realized that pretty much every cabinet has something in it. So I'm just gonna go through and open them up so you can see what's inside. So in this little cabinet here, we have a sheet pan and a cutting board in there for you to use. And then in this cabinet, we have a few like Tupperware containers, measuring cups and spoons, some little like serving platters, some silver mixing bowls here. In this cabinet, you have a casserole dish you can bake in, a pitcher and a strainer. And then in this double cabinet here, wine glasses, drinking mugs, coffee cups. I love that they're like the mason jars. I actually grew up with these in my house and it does feel very like camping, but also plates, little plates and bowls. It looks like there's settings for 6 people as well with the plates and with the silverware. So full silverware here. You do have like can openers and wine bottle openers in there. Underneath of that, tons of pots and pans with lids down here for you to use. And then it does also have a nice dishwasher so you can keep up with the dishes while you're staying. In the cabinets underneath of the sink here, you will find a fire extinguisher, just in case you do have that grill outside, but also sponges, some extra soap, the dishwasher pods, and an extra roll of paper towels down there for you to use. And then here you have your trash and recycling. I think it's great that they have recycling since we are in a campground and it's very important. And then in here, you're gonna have all of your serving tools and grill tools and some knives for you to use while you're here. Now, I wanna show you also everything that's on the counters here. So like I said, really a beautiful sink, a nice woodsy view outside of the window. The paper towels, now I was very happy to see this. I tried to Google this information and I couldn't find it. So I'm really glad we're here doing the resort tour. You have the double coffee pot here that can use the Keurig pods. I was like, should I bring Keurig pods from home? And I couldn't find that info, but don't worry, you can pack your own coffee or you will be fully supplied with the Joffrey's coffee and the Joffrey's K-Cups during your stay. I'm sure if you need more, you can just ask for more and they will be happy to bring them down to you. You also have a toaster in the corner over here and some pot holders for you to use while you're cooking. Just off the kitchen, you have this living room area, which is really nice. I love the little mural here that says greetings from Fort Wilderness. It's so fun. I love all these little touches. This is also a Murphy bed. We're gonna come back to that at the end after I show you the bedrooms. But for now, we're using it as a functional living room space. You have your TV. This is like a little coffee table, but there's stuff in here for the Murphy bed. And then you do have additional chair and end table over on that side. When you walk in, of course, you're in the kitchen area. Now, one way you have your bedroom area and the other way you have the bathrooms. I'm going to start with the bathrooms before we head over to the bedrooms. So when you come down this hallway, there is a closet here and there is some stuff for you to clean, like a laundry bin here, some, extra toilet paper, hair dryer, and like a full vacuum, which is kind of cool. So I think that that's nice that they have that here in case you need to keep up with the cleaning, but you don't have to. Remember, there is mousekeeping. I'm loving this sign. Chip and Dale are two of my absolute favorite characters. I think that's why I kind of love the Fort Wilderness Campground because they're like the mascots here.
And you can actually do archery here at the Fort Wilderness at the Recreation Center.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So the bathroom is gorgeous. I just love it. When we walked in, the one thing we noticed, which is great for little ones like Maggie, they have a little stool that you can pull out for them to use while they're brushing their teeth and using a sink area. It's a very nice wide sink area too. I feel like you don't always have this much space. And this is a lighted mirror. You can access that over here. And then of course we have the toilet area. There's handles here, which are great if you need some assistance getting up and down, handicap accessible. And it is a stand-up shower in the cabin. So just keep that in mind with your little ones. I'm not sure if they have a tub access in any of them, like our little ones are fine using the shower, but just keep that in mind if you have little babies, you might want to bring like a little tub to sit in here. I can't wait to show you the bedrooms because I remember staying in the cabins when I was little and I just loved that there were bunk beds. I feel like for kids, it's so much fun. So yeah, you are like right next to each other, but the kids have the bunk bed area over here directly next to the full-size bed for the parents. Selfishly, I kind of want to sleep here because the murals behind are so festive and fun. So it looks like at the top bunk, we have Dale up there sleeping in the tree. And down below here, we have Chip sleeping in the tree, but I also noticed some little duck feet hanging out of the tent. Now, one of the coolest features about this bed is this little lantern here that your kids can turn on and off, which is great, especially if they're a little bit nervous sleeping at night. They have access to that. There's also a USB on here. So if you have like older kids that have a phone, they can charge their phones. And I love the extra storage underneath of the bunk beds. There's some drawers here for you to use. And then of course over here, a lot of the resorts now are equipped with the Hey Disney. It's gonna be kind of like an Alexa. Tons of stuff to do on there, soundscapes, stories, things like that. Our kids love those. And then we have the full bed over here. I like the little tree trunks back there with Chip and Dale. And Steve pointed out next to the bed on the other side, there's a small end table situation just for you to have another place to put your phone, also with some outlets there. On the opposite side, of course, you're going to have this closet space area. I actually really like these shelves because that's great for your shoes. And then you have a whole countertop here. There is a safe in here. Obviously, this area is not going to have a mini fridge because you have your full fridge out there. And we also have 3 drawers here with a full flat screen TV. Now, we're noticing too, in the living room and this area, we have windows up top and there are separate shades for the top area, but I kind of think it might be cool to leave those open at night and see like the sky a little bit. Also, like if you have little ones that are afraid, a little natural light coming in at night might not be so dark in here. Now that we're done with the tour, we still have to show you this Murphy bed. So in this little coffee table situation, there are the pillows and blankets for you to use for the Murphy bed. So technically, I guess you can sleep 6 in here since you have the bunk beds, that situation, and this bed, but I'm just gonna scooch this out of the way. And let's pull this Murphy bed down. All right, so these are really easy to use, these Murphy beds. I am one person. Now there are handles on both sides, but I can do it completely by myself. And it just pops down like that and you're ready to go with your cute little headboard back there. See you in the morning. The final thing I'm gonna show you in this room, once I pulled this Murphy bed down, I noticed that there was a light switch situated here. So you do have a nice little lighted area back there if you need it. That concludes our cabin tour.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had so much fun doing that. I didn't realize how much fun I was gonna have exploring. It's like you feel like a kid again. And maybe because I stayed here when I was little, I'm a little bit more excited. But what we're going to do now is we're gonna head down to the main area. We're renting a golf cart today. They do have those available here. It will make your stay a little easier because it's
to get around.
Pretty spread out around here. So we'll show you how to do that. And then from there, we're going to use our golf cart to continue our resort tour today.
Well, we are up front now at the reception outpost. This is where you would go to check into your campsite or cabin if you're not using the My Disney Experience app or if you want to come up here to get more information. So we're going to head inside and check it out. And then there's another office like around the corner that you're going to go to grab your golf cart. So as you walk in, this is your little lobby and sort of reception area. Over here to my right, you'll see your check-in desks and the concierge there, working hard to get everybody checked into their rooms. And then across from them, you have this beautiful fireplace with a nice little checkers board set up. And all the way over here, you have your kids area. Just like in all the resorts, you do have a little kids table here with a TV for them to watch while you're checking in or waiting around. And then we are gonna head right through this door to head over and grab our golf cart. So when you exit this door, you will see the golf cart rentals right in front of you. You'll also see some big campers because this is also where the campers have to pull in to register to go to their campsites as well. All right, so with the golf cart rentals, you can come right out here and reserve a golf cart the day of, but I was also informed that if you would like to book a golf cart in advance for your stay to guarantee that you'll have one available, you're gonna call this number right here, 407-824-2742. And I'm guessing you could probably do it in the My Disney Experience app as well, but I'm not positive.
All right, the golf cart is secured. I have Maggie sitting up front with us because I just don't quite trust her to be back there by herself. Luna, I trust a little bit more, but we have read all of the rules and regulations and I think we're ready to go. Our designated driver today is Steven. I will not be driving this around. So of course, just keep in mind, like, to abide by the rules. You can't pass buses or anything like that. But yeah, where are we off to first here? Do we want to go down near Pioneer Hall and make our way back?
I say we hit Pioneer Hall, go all the way to the end of the resort, and then make our way back up to the front.
Sounds good. We're down at Pioneer Hall, so this is going to be your main area if you need some food.
Yes.
So you have Hoopdoo Review over there, which doesn't open until 4 o'clock, and they have different time slots. You do have to definitely make reservations there ahead of time, or you might not get in. Then right behind us, we have Trails End. This is going to be your quick serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner spot. Yep. We're gonna grab a little something while we're in here because we're all hungry and we don't have dinner until a couple hours.
Yep.
And then to the side of that is Crockett's Tavern. That's pretty much just open in the evening. It's gonna be like your lounge type place. So I think that's where you should get a drink after dinner tonight.
I think I should.
But let's head into Trails End, see what they've got going on. It's like lunchtime, so we'll grab a little something while we're in there too.
All right, so inside they do offer pizza and fresh made pizza by the slice or whole pizzas. They have 4 different pizzas that you can choose from. You can choose to get yourself a little cheese pizza. They have a nice veggie pizza here with some squash, peppers, and onions. And then we have this smokehouse pizza. This is gonna have brisket, bacon, and sausage on it. It looks like maybe some chicken too. I don't know, that looks really good. And then you got your good old pepperoni pizza. Moving right along to my favorite spot, we have some desserts over here. They have a nice looking coffee cake loaf, cornbread, and banana bread up there. This family-sized buckaroo bread, I definitely see that in our future at some point throughout this stay. And then we have the Mickey cinnamon roll. They do also have a very nice bakery case with some signature items in here as well. They have assorted muffins, croissants. They do also have an apple hand pie. Look at all that sugar on there. And then a blueberry cherry Danish. We also have a trail mix cookie. And then next to that, they have a Western snickerdoodle. So they make the icing look like a wagon wheel. That's super cute. Look at this milk chocolate toffee cookie. And last but not least, they have this Mickey Mouse s'mores brownie. Everything in here looks amazingly delicious. So aside from all these delicious desserts that they do also have a coffee station over here where you can get some specialty coffees and iced lattes. They have a Trails End bark, I'm not sure what that is, latte. They have a strawberry latte. They have all different flavors, a s'mores latte. So really good stuff here. They also have a great grab and go section with a bunch of pre-packaged items in here. Everything from fresh fruit and yogurt parfaits to strawberry shortcakes, mud pies, yogurt. We have a whole celebration cake down here, macaroni and potato salad. And then we also have some pre-made sandwiches. It looks like a chicken salad sandwich, a brisket and turkey, a roasted veggie sandwich. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. You can also buy cold brisket. You can buy a whole pound of smoked brisket, full slab of ribs with barbecue sauce, fried chicken, beans, cowboy beans, all this stuff. And you can buy it cold, but you can also buy it hot in the family meals section. So the family meals serve 2 people for the price of $28.99. You can get fried chicken, comes with mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, macaroni salad, potato salad, and coleslaw, or you can get the slab of ribs for $31.99. Now, I love this idea that you can just grab this stuff and take it right back to the room. Also, keep in mind they do have the family-sized apple cobbler and that buckaroo bread that we saw earlier. The seating area in here is large. There are plenty of available seats here in the dining room. And as I turn all the way around here, this is getting into the Crockett's Tavern area. And then down here on this bottom level, you have the seating for Crockett's Tavern. This is their lounge and bar that's going to be open at 4 p.m. And there is also an outside walk-up window, just like an ice cream parlor, right over there that you can walk up and grab your drink of choice. So tucked away in the back here, there is a small little arcade area. This is the Wilderness Arcade. And as you enter, you'll see a few games here in this one room, and it looks like there's a downstairs, second level here that we'll check out where they have some bigger games. And a couple more over here as well. So this is a pretty decent arcade. I like that they have it in 2 levels, and you have multiple entrances and exits. There's one here on this side that goes out to the patio by Crockett's Tavern. And then as you turn around, there's another door on that side. So like I mentioned, connected to Trails End is Crockett's Tavern. And I'm gonna take a walk through here while there's nobody here, so I don't really have to disturb anybody and look weird filming them. But I love the decor in here. You can see all the wagon wheels on the walls. The chairs have cow skin on the back. Now I'm guessing it's not real cow skin, but it looks great. And I love the design here. We got these big tables. And Crockett's Tavern is a full bar. They do also have some snacks available. A little bit of lounge fare. You can get yourself a trio of sliders, macaroni and cheese burger. That looks really good with some smoked Gouda. We could do some crispy cauliflower, a fried green tomato sandwich. That's a southern favorite right there. Some chicken bites, buffalo style, garlic parmesan, or blueberry barbecue sauce. Wow. They also have a charcuterie board And dessert trio, I love the looks of that. S'more with chocolate pudding, graham cracker crumbs, and a marshmallow. Strawberry shortcake with strawberries and whipped cream. Banana pudding with vanilla wafers. Oh man, this is really nice. I am gonna be so full after I get done with this stay here. So in addition to the pizza and all those delicious desserts they have here, they do also have a regular menu. So they have this settlement skillet. This is really cool because you can get some fried chicken, ribs, pulled pork, mashed potatoes, cowboy beans, and cornbread. That's only $18.49. They do have a fried half chicken meal, bacon cheeseburger, a barbecued pulled pork sandwich, chicken strips, and then a Fort Wilderness veggie burger. And then we have the pizzas. Oh look, they have a grilled chicken sandwich, a meatloaf, and barbecued ribs, a half slab. And like I said, you want the full slab, you can grab that out of the to-go box. So Trails End does also have a breakfast, which we'll probably be returning to tomorrow morning. But they are pretty standard with the breakfast meal here from all the other resorts. They have your bounty platter, your Mickey waffles, a harvest platter, which is all plant-based, the tacho bowl, chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and a brisket eggs benedict. I think I know what I'm getting for breakfast.
The one cool thing about getting a pizza here is how cute is this box. I love getting a Disney pizza literally just for how cute the box is. But I also think it's cool that they let you do half and half if you want to. So we have a half veggie, half cheese going on here. Steve really wanted that like brisket one, but I convinced him to go veggie.
I was overruled by the women in my house. So over here near Pioneer Hall, you have the Fort Wilderness Landing, and this is a little beachy play area. They also have some tables set up with umbrellas to kind of hang out. But this is where you're gonna find the boat ramps. You're also gonna find some Adirondack chairs down here for some beautiful firework viewing of Magic Kingdom fireworks in the evening. But you can also rent a boat here through takemefishing.org, and you can actually be taken on a fishing excursion through Bay Lake on one of these really cool like sun tracker boats with a professional guide that's gonna take you bass fishing. And you could fish all through the lake. You have an opportunity to catch largemouth bass. You can also catch yourself a bluegill, some catfish, or some sunfish. While I'm out here on the dock, I figured it's a great time to talk about all of this construction that you see in front of me here. So this is going on at the Fort Wilderness Resort. This is going to be a brand new DVC resort and also Lakeside Lodge. So this is gonna have new dining opportunities, brand new rooms, new theming, and this is supposed to have some Princess and Tiana Bayou theming going on because the restaurant that's gonna be here is going to be themed after Princess Tiana. All right, so we have left the docks and now we are going to meet back up with Desiree and the kids over here at the Settlement Trading Post. This is going to be your gift shop that is located in the Pioneer Hall section of the resort, right in front of the kiddie playground that we'll show you just after this. All right, so we're going to take a little walk through the Settlement Trading Post, but before we actually show you everything that they have, I just want to show you like this decor that is in here. It really makes you feel like you are back in the 1800s with all of this stuff hanging from the ceiling, all the wood, and it smells like old wood in here. So it really gives you that like old time feel. Over here on this wall, you have all of your Disney home stuff. They do have a lot of Disney home stuff here that I've noticed because it's a lot of people's home. And we'll make our way around. They do have some coffee mugs. You're also gonna find some themed coffee mugs to Fort Wilderness Resort. I love the Chip and Dale mug here because, you know, they're the mascots of this resort. And then you have this fun Fort Wilderness Resort. Looks like a little tree stump there with a mushroom. This is fun. And then we have some more Fort Wilderness cups and tumblers and sippers and things like that, along with all of the other Disney World merchandise.
This one really stuck out to me. I haven't seen this.
I haven't seen that either.
Before.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, and
like water bottle with a holder. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love that. So as we mentioned, because this is a DVC resort, and just like you will find in all of the other DVC resorts, they have way more toiletries and full-size food items than the regular resort. So they do have like the fresh bread and donuts section over here. And then in the fridges, you'll find all your beer and wines. You do have your sodas, water. You're gonna find milk, juice, all your energy drinks. You even have your hot dogs, bacon and eggs, some ice cream, and then of course frozen pizzas and some Eggo waffles, but you know, some basic essentials to get you by while you're here. And then while you're here, I definitely suggest that you check out some of their merchandise, because the merchandise that they have here, you're not gonna find anywhere else. And I mean, Hoopdoo Musical Review is probably one of the best dinner shows they have on property. It's so fun. I can't wait to get there tonight and show you guys all about what happens there at the Hoopdoo Review. And the one thing you can't forget when you visit the Fort Wilderness Campground is your Davy Crockett coonskin cap. Well, and there you have it, my coonskin cap. Now, I remember one of these as a kid. I had one. Now there's some memories coming back to me, because this is weird. I'm remembering that I got a coonskin cap at Disney World. I'm guessing I had to be here at the Fort Wilderness because we also ate dinner at a restaurant and they served rabbit. Distinctly remember looking out a window at some trees, and I ate rabbit for the first time, and I'm pretty sure it was here at the Fort Wilderness Resort. Let me know in the comment section if you remember that from probably 30 years ago. Before we head out of Settlement Trading Post, there is one thing that I have to show you, because this is a brand new item that just came out. This is the Disney's Lug travel bag. This thing is huge. Look at this thing. I love the Fort Wilderness logo on there with all the patches, but this bag is loaded with pockets and storage space. I don't know how much it is, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be worth it. $190, all right, maybe it's worth it. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you'd spend 200 bucks on this bag. Well, if you don't wanna spend $200 on that bag, you can always grab this bag. This is a Disney Loungefly backpack that is a Fort Wilderness. I love that they have all the different patches for all the different areas. Look, established 1971. This is really nice. Again, only $90 for this. This is a canvas and leather bag. Very nice bag. But let's head out of here and continue on with our resort tour. And so in between the Settlement Trading Post and Pioneer Hall, you'll find the playground. Now, this is a great area for the kids to hang out and get some energy out if you haven't already from walking around this humongous resort. But it's a nice sized playground. They have a couple different swings. I love these like loungy swings. That's kind of what I want to sit on when I'm swinging. Oh, there go the kids. But yeah, they have a great area here. It is a soft like rubber floor. It's actually kind of bouncy. Almost like a trampoline, it feels like. I like this. But yeah, this is a really great playground. I can't say anything bad about it. It looks fun. And this is like the craziest slide I've ever seen, because this is like Blizzard Beach Summit Plummet slide. It's like almost straight down. I told Maggie she's got to go down it, and I'm gonna see how fast she goes and if she flies off the end. Woo. Well, we have carted our way down to the center of the resort, pretty much, to the Meadow Trading Post, which is very similar to the Settlement Trading Post. It is another gift shop. They have all of the same stuff, so I don't really need to show you too much inside, except for what it looks like, because it's really cute inside.
It is.
And then behind this is the recreation area.
Right.
So that's another reason why we're here. So let's go check out the Trading Post and then head back to check out the recreation area. So when you come in, you're greeted by a big Mickey here with some pine trees. And again, you gotta take a look at all the stuff that's up top, all the old tools and things that they're from, I guess, the 1800s. But the kids love coming in here. They love playing on the little checkerboard here.
I have several pictures of them on this fireplace, especially at Christmas, because it's so cute.
They have the whole mantle decorated for Christmas. It's such a great spot. But yeah, I just love this gift shop. It's just so pretty, and it really makes you feel like you're in the wilderness. So just across the lake from the Meadow Trading Post, We actually had to walk over a little bridge that's right here. You're going to find the bike barn. This is where you're gonna do all your recreational activity rentals. Over here at the bike barn, this is where you're gonna come to reserve all your activities that they offer here. Now you can do the gem mining experience, the kayaking, canoes, you can rent bikes, you can rent a fishing rod and gear, worms or night crawlers. You can also book your own fireworks cruise. It comes 10 guests maximum, includes your driver. You could do your guided bass fishing excursions here, wilderness back trail adventure. That's interesting. A Segway tour at Wilderness Resort and Campground, and then you have the archery experience. In the same area as the Meadow Trading Post and the bike barn, you're also going to find your Meadow swimming pool. Notice swimming, not swimming. But let's head in and take a look at the swimming pool area. So under this covered area, they do have a pool table as well as a ping pong table over here and some picnic benches. So over here in that covered area of the pool section, they do also have another arcade area. This is a nice little arcade area right here next to the pool, and it feels very cool in here. So it's a great way to beat that heat, come in here and cool off, play some games, and then head back outside and jump back in that pool. Right next to the arcade, you'll also find the Meadow snack bar. This is where you're just gonna grab some quick snacks like sandwiches and pretzels and stuff like that. They also have a great bar here with some good cocktails, some beers and wines as well. We're gonna start here in the pool area with the kids splash pad. Now this is a really nice splash pad. I love how big it is, and there is water spraying everywhere, so I'm not gonna get too close. But this is reserved for children under the size of 48 inches. There is a lifeguard on duty, so if you want to leave your little one over here, you can, but I would say you got to keep an eye on those youngins. Pool area here is very nice, very open. You're going to get a lot of sunshine here, so you can lay out in those chairs and bask in the sun. And the kids have a great time in the pool. They do have a huge slide over here. Got to go up those steps there on the right, and then you come swirling down around the water tower out into the pool. This is a really fun pool, and like I said, there is plenty of seating here for the adults to hang out and catch a good Florida suntan. And now for the best activity that they have here is the Campfire Sing-Along. This is Chippendale's Campfire Sing-Along. Now this happens every single night starting at 8 p.m. The campfire will start at 7:30. It goes on until 9:30. And this is where you can also view the movies Under the Stars that starts at 8:40 p.m. So this is the area that they host the Campfire Sing-Along and the movies Under the Stars. You'll see that this small stage over here to the left of the big movie screen, that's where they do the Chippendales Sing-Along. So you're gonna have all the kids out here singing and dancing and having a great time. This is something you would definitely not want to miss if you are at the Fort Wilderness Campgrounds. And if you stick around to the end of this video, you're gonna be able to experience it with us because we will be here tonight attending the Campfire Sing-Along.
We have golf carted to the very front, kind of where we started out earlier when we picked up the golf cart. There are two areas here to see the horses. So it's gonna be all the way up front here by the check-in area, and then all the way in the back, kind of closer to where Pioneer Hall and all of that is. If you're gonna do trail rides and things like that, you're gonna have to come up front here to set those up, and they do have some of the horses out. Looks like some people are getting ready for a trail ride right now behind us.
Right back there heading out.
But we've visited both areas several times. We love the back area. They're in stables. You can do pony rides back there. My boy Red is back there, and Dragon, who took us on our
carriage ride at Port
Orleans. Red was there too. But if you want to go see them back there, you can. We're gonna link. I think we've done two videos.
We have a couple videos over there.
We're gonna link those below because we went in more detail about like the horses and showed you a lot of those stables and everything. But yeah, we can just take a quick peek at these horses up here. And then I think we're gonna wrap up for now because then we're gonna have to get ready for Hoopdoo in a little bit. So we'll have that, like I said, there will be a little bit in here, but we're gonna have a whole separate full experience vlog for Hoopdoo. And then we have to do the campfire later.
Campfire. When you get to Pioneer Hall, you are supposed to arrive here 30 minutes prior to your reservation time, and then you have to come over here to the check-in area. And that's where they're going to get you all checked in for your visit and then get you set up to go inside. So that little check-in desk is really just like your host stand at the normal restaurant.
Right. I did see on the app it says no matter what your seating is, to be down here to check in about 30 minutes prior. You figure whatever time you choose, about 20 minutes later the show begins, and I'm sure they want to be able to get everybody in and the food kind of started before that show starts.
So they gave us this little ticket. This is usually what the host brings to the table when you are at another restaurant. So we hold on to this and it tells you your table number and everything. So when she handed it to me, she said, "Oh, you guys got a little magical upgrade." And I was like, "Magical upgrade?" I was like, "I already paid for the most expensive seats to be up close." And she said, "Well, you got a really good one." So
we'll see what that
means. I am interested and a little nervous and excited to see what that is.
You just take your time.
Certificate of bravery for going above and beyond and making this the best pageant ever. First up, we have our Texas Ranger, Luna. Now, Luna, my friend, you are now an honorary member of the Pioneer Hall Players. That gives you the same rights and privileges we have. None. All right, Luna, go ahead and take a bow. Yes!
We just got done with our Hoopdoo review experience.
Yeah.
It left me speechless.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. I was laughing. I was like singing along, clapping.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
it was so fun.
I mean, the food is really good too, but like the entertainment aspect is like nothing that you'll get anywhere else on Disney property. Like adults were laughing, kids were laughing. Luna got called up on stage for like the little ending part, and she really wanted to do that. So I'm glad that she got to do that. But now we are going to head down to the campfire area because they do the campfire sing-along. So we have to go like find a spot for that and participate.
Yeah, and that's like something I've never done. I've only seen like videos of it.
I remember it as a kid, like very vaguely. I don't have like vivid memories of that, so I'm gonna be like kind of new to it too.
Let's make some memories.
Yeah.
We are back at the, I don't know what to call this, the
campfire
sing-along area with the big movie screen in front of us, and we have ourselves a front row seat. Are you turning your mic on?
I was just making sure it was on.
It's on. But like I was saying, we have ourselves a front row seat over here, and we have our roasting sticks.
Right. So at all of the other resorts, when you're doing the campfire, they always have like complimentary marshmallows and sticks.
Yes.
You can buy like a s'mores kit. I think this is the only one where you can't just get like
Howdy
the marshmallows.
Folks, welcome to Campfire Theater.
But
before we can
you can get them at the gift shop, and then they have a little like chuck wagon over here where they sell them as well. So we grabbed
for your safety,
a s'mores kit.
You got the s'mores kit. So for only $9.99, it gives you a whole bunch of marshmallows, 2 chocolate bars, a whole sleeve of graham crackers, and 2 roasting sticks. So it's plenty to make enough for everybody that's in your party. Well, the campfire is roaring, so let's go roast some marshmallows and make some s'mores. All right, so I have a little trick to when I roast my marshmallows. I try to keep it away from the fire so it doesn't catch on fire and just gets nice and toasty. So this little s'mores kit really came in handy, and we still have another Hershey bar, half the graham crackers, and all these marshmallows left for another time. But you got a nice looking s'more over here, don't you? Look at that.
I'm excited. So we each had a s'more, I think, right? And then we're just gonna save the rest for another day.
Yeah. All right, and this is the little snack wagon over here at the campfires. This is where I came to get the s'mores kit, but they also have some other fun little snacks as well. They have a hot dog, chicken Caesar salad, pulled pork loaded chips with cheese sauce and jalapenos, and then your standards, you know, the Mickey shaped pretzel, some fruit and vegetables, chips, popcorn, candy, all your fun stuff. They also have some beers and wines and cocktails available as well.
Get them out here. Come on, folks, put your hands together for Chip. Chip and Dale are being escorted tonight by the Sutton family all the way from Brazil.
Here they come.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Chip and Dale. They're just a couple of crazy rascals out there some fun. When Chip and Dale start cooking up some trouble, you can bet it gets well done. Folks all say they are the cutest too. To tell the truth, I think so too. It's Chip and Dale, great sensational corporation. They are Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale are here. Happy and you know it, really want to show it. Happy and you know it, clap your hands. We're going to stomp our feet and say stomp, stomp, so brace yourselves. Happy and you know it, stomp your feet.
Stomp, stomp.
All right, guys, it is time for the world famous Chippendales Hokey Pokey.
Shake it all about, do the hokey pokey.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we need everybody to clap and sing. Shake it all about, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around. To the knees, knees in, knees out, knees in. Shake them all about, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around. Put your left hip in, left hip out, left hip in. Yeah, put your right hip in, wholesale back. Wholesale in. Shake yourself about, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Yeah! Fantastic job.
Well, good morning.
Yeah, I'm realizing that this resort tour is like a resort tour / vlog a little bit, I guess, because
Yeah.
since we're staying here, we had like a little more activities in detail than like our normal just resort tours.
Yeah, we don't usually get to eat dinner and breakfast at a resort during
Right.
a resort tour, but I think we might.
Yeah, so it's the next morning. Where we left off yesterday was at the Campfire sing-along.
Yeah.
Maggie was like not really feeling it because she was kind of tired. She wanted to leave before it started. But Luna had a really good time like joining in. Chip and Dale come out and you get to like join in with some songs. Steve said he thought it was going to be like more sing-along.
Yeah, I
It was
just
like
felt-
exactly what I expected. So I think our expectations obviously were just a
I
little
was
different.
just expecting more like
Disney songs.
you know,
or
like
something?
those like Disney movie, like the videos, like the sing-along song videos where like they're really like dancing and singing and there's characters dancing. I don't know, I just expected like that. And Chip and Dale were just kind of like,
No, they went in the middle of the circle and did like the hokey pokey. So
They did.
But it's
I don't
only
know.
a half-hour time slot for that show too. So like, there's only so much you can do in 30
Right.
minutes. But the girl, I mean, Maggie ended up like joining in a tiny bit and then was really tired. So I think we're going to hop on the golf cart and get some breakfast.
Woo!
Our original plan was to bring it back here and like eat outside on the deck, but we got like a gnarly thunderstorm last night.
Yeah.
Which was also kind of cool, like being in the cabin because like the top windows, I could see the lightning. But it's all wet out there.
it's soaked.
So we're probably just going to eat down there, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or we would have to bring it back and like eat inside. But let's go see what there is for breakfast. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's take an early morning ride on the golf cart.
Yeah.
Adam the Woo style. So grab your caffeinated beverages and let's head out. All right, guys, we are off
To Neverland.
to Neverland. Well, I was just going to go to the food court, but if we're heading off to Neverland, I'm down.
I'm bird watching with my Merlin app. If
Yeah.
you've never heard of it, it's so cool. You can like bring it up and you can hit sound and it'll listen to the bird sounds and tell you who's out here. I do this all the time.
It's addicting to her.
I'm like an official bird watcher. I'm the people I used to think were like silly when I was little.
Dad, can you close that?
I've become them.
This morning is very nice though. It's like got like a little cool.
It's like crisp.
Yeah, it's
because
a
that
crisp
thunderstorm
morning.
came through.
But you can still feel like the sun's
Mom,
gonna come out,
close
and it's
up?
gonna be a beautiful day today. All right, well, I'm gonna put my camera down before I head out onto the main road and crash.
Why?
I love that we have a horn on here.
You.
Don't be beeping, it's early. See, people are asleep.
Well, good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Good morning, Bum Buns.
We're going to get some breakfast. Did you want to come with us? No? Oh, your hands are wet? You gonna clean up?
Oh.
All right, get all cleaned up. We'll be back in a little bit after we eat. Our food came out, and
Yeah.
your little chicken biscuit looks really good.
Yeah, I would never normally get like a chicken biscuit sandwich. This is like so out of the norm
Yeah.
for me, but I don't know. I just figured I'd try something different. I'm a pancake girl.
I know, they don't have pancakes here.
No, but that's okay because it pushed me out of the box to like
It
try
did.
something different. I also feel like this is something you can't get at every resort
No,
for
you
breakfast,
can't.
like a chicken biscuit sandwich. So I figured it was a good day to try
Yeah.
it. Now yours looks really cool.
Yeah, well, I got the brisket Benedict like I said I was going to, and
Yeah.
it's got nice pieces of brisket on there, the poached egg, it looks really good.
It does.
And the kids, Lou went something a little different too. She got the
Yeah.
taco bowl. That's usually my go-to when
Right.
we're at the
But
resorts.
she does love every ingredient that's in that
Yeah.
taco bowl, so I'm kind of glad she decided to do
Right.
that. And Maggie got the Mickey waffles.
Of course.
Mickey.
Mickey! So we're gonna try this food.
Yeah, I
You can
gotta-
go ahead and try your chicken biscuit. It's a big piece of chicken on there. It looks like a whole chicken breast that they fried and slap on there with some egg and some cheese on a
It's
fresh
really good.
biscuit. Is it
I was worried about the biscuit
being like too dry or like flaky and like
or
falling
like crumbling,
apart?
but
Right.
no, the biscuit is holding up well
Good.
to the chicken, and the chicken has really good flavor.
That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna try my brisket sandwich, or my brisket Benedict. And I guess you guys are gonna be wondering how my brisket Benedict is. It's actually really, really good.
I'm interested.
It has like the poached egg on there, and it's cooked like the way I like a poached egg. Not runny, but the yellow is still like solid, but not dry. I don't know.
Right, it's all like kind of see-through. It's not like chalky.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like perfect. And I mean, it's a nice sized piece of brisket, great flavor. The hollandaise sauce, surprisingly, is really good too, because it's not easy to make a good hollandaise sauce.
Yeah, I feel like for like a quick serve. I mean, we had like a little bit of food from here
Yeah.
yesterday too, the pizza, and it was good. But I feel like these breakfast items are just so different from like a lot of the other food court breakfast items.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like pleasantly surprised.
I'm happy about it. Well, that was a great breakfast.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed my Benedict, and I did get a bite of Luna Bell's tacho bowl because I just
Mickey!
really enjoy a
Mickey
good tacho
waffles.
bowl.
Yeah, mine
Mine
was
Mickey
good.
wa-
It was
But-
surprisingly good.
So that's
Mine
really
was good.
it for everything we're going to do. Now, the only things that we didn't do in this vlog are the dog park.
Yeah.
We never did get a chance to go over there, and
And now it's all wet and like rainy, so it's
we were
not a
thinking
good
about
day.
going this morning, but I just
Right.
think because of the rain, it's not a good idea. And we didn't go over to like the back ranch, but we do have footage of that
Yeah.
from so many other times that we visited. But that's like the only two things we didn't do in this little stay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is a big resort. Having this golf cart was
definitely
very
worth it.
convenient, very worth it. I would do that anytime just to get around. It'll make it so much quicker and easier. But we had such a nice time. The girls loved staying in the cabin. The new cabins really are
They are.
beautiful.
It's really nice. I mean, I can't say
Oh, cabins are
anything
not
bad about it.
beautiful.
Right.
It was quiet too.
Yes,
like you
so
couldn't hear
quiet.
anything outside.
I was checking for my birds, but you know, it was a one night stay for us here,
Yeah.
and I told Steve, now we do have to figure out a way to stay here like a few nights because I want to stay in that cabin for like a week. I don't want to leave. But we'll be back to visit, and
Yeah.
this was really fun. I think that they enjoyed like the activities and stuff that we don't usually get to do when we come in just for a couple hour visit.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We really enjoyed making it. Big thanks to Dominic and his wife again for allowing this video to happen.
Yeah.
And as always, stay
Stay
fabulous.
fabulous.
All I want